Yo, 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 what is up, my fallopian tubers? Cesario from the Vario coming back at you with another video for your butt. And gonna do a video response for Sammy Thunder, man, who has reached 700 subs. Good job, essay. Alright, and he wants you to show a card from of a favorite or best, just a player, a pitcher, and a batter from pre-war, and then one from the 50s, 60s, 70s, and 80s. All right. So my favorite, I'm gonna go with my pre-war hitter, which is Jimmy Fox. And just in case you don't know exactly what pre-war is 1941 and older. So this is a 1941. So this is the last year that qualifies for pre-war, and it's Jimmy Fox. All right. And for my pitcher pre-war, I got myself a Rollbach. All right. Now Rollbach, man, he never got much love in the hobby because most of his accomplishments were like dead ball era and before and stuff. But he was a 7-time All-Star. He won the batting title like 5 times, and he was a pitcher. He led the league in strikeouts 17 times. He was a 3-time Hall of Famer. And, man, I mean, he had a WAR of like 6, which is crazy. All right, so there's my pitcher and my catcher for the pre-war era. My pitcher, my batter, and my pitcher. All right, so my batter from the 50s is going to be Mickey Mantle. One of my favorite cards right here in the world is the 56 Mickey Mantle. First Michael Jordan stance ever. But sweet, if I could take him this year, 1956. I want 1956 Mickey Mantle. And for my pitcher, of course, Sandy Koufax. Look at that. Sick. All right. So that's my batter and my pitcher for the 50s. Now we're moving on to the 60s. So kind of sticking to what I heard Sammy Thunder do in his own video. Like say Reggie Jackson, he might be known for the 70s, maybe 80s. But he's trying to do show cards of the decade that they were drafted in. All right, so Reggie Jackson, I'm going with my 60s instead of 70. Kind of following in his kind of little criteria he put himself. All right, so Reggie Jackson, essay. Look at that beauty. All right, and for my pitcher, I'm going to Mr. Nolan Ryan. Look at that beauty. Look at that. This must have been either a big drop or they threw it against something. That's a interesting crease right there on the corner. And then look at here. Looks like it's got a bite mark. Sweet. Cool. All right. And for my batter for the 70s, I'm going with Dave Winfield. Got these two Hostess cards, or I don't know, Twinkies, Ding Dong, Lama 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 Ding Dong. All right. So I'm going with Dave Winfield. Dave Winfield, like, man, I used to watch baseball a lot with my dad in the late 70s, early 80s. So Dave Winfield was like a big star back then. All right, and for my pitcher, equally, someone you would see in the highlights a lot is Rich Gossage. Formerly known as Goose Gossage. All right. So this guy was badass, an intimidating dude. Unfortunately, he's the one that gave up that home run to Kirk Gibson in the World Series. Yeah, Goose Gossage gave up the home run to Kirk Gibson, the famous Kirk Gibson home run. Oh, no. You're confusing with 88. I'm talking about 1984. All right. But speaking of 1988, that's where my pitcher comes from. Oral Hershiser. Now, like I said, this is me. I mean, my first consideration right away was going to be either Dwight Gooden, Roger Clemens, or Greg Maddux. But I was like, man, the picture I remember the most in the 80s, like vividly, is the 1988 World Series. The whole 1988 season. I mean, Hershiser went through a streak where nobody could score a run against them for games, just through shutout after shutout after shutout. It was insane. And then he pretty much won the World Series for us. Now, I know a lot of people want to think that Kirk Gibson won the World Series for us, but really it was Oro Hershiser. I mean, he was coming in, he was throwing like every day. He would start one game, and then the next day come out of the bullpen. It was awesome. It was such a great World Series. All right, and for my hitter for the 80s, going with my favorite player for the 80s, I actually had to bring out my childhood baseball album. Look at that baby. To show my favorite player in the 80s. And this is a card that I had since my childhood, which was my holy grail back then, and a lot of people's holy grail back then. But Darryl Strawberry, 83 tops, traded. All right, traded. I know in today's world, this might be considered an XRC, something like that, whatever it is. But in the 80s, this was his tops rookie. And then obviously the next year, the Fleer and the Donruss. Well, that was his Fleer rookie, and that was his Donruss rookie. But that was an 80s thing. I don't think that applies anymore. So nowadays, it probably wouldn't be considered a rookie. But that's my my hitter for the 80s. All right, guys. So thanks for watching. And check out Sammy Thunder. Don't know when his concert's in. It might be already, but just wanted to support other people in the community and bring awareness to his channel. So if you haven't heard of Sammy Thunder, definitely go check him out. I'll try to put his link in the subscription or something like that. All right. Love the hobby, people. Keep collecting baseball cards forever. I say, oh my God, it's late. I got to go to work. Late. Ciao. Bye.